Welcome to our presentation. In the next few minutes, we will explain our main findings from the report that we've written on the corporate sustainability approach by ING Bank for the course Toolbox 2. To begin with, a brief overview of the company. ING is a Dutch banking firm since 1991. It sells financial products and services to the retail and wholesale market. Over 2021, it has achieved an annual revenue of more than 17 billion euros. It is active in over 40 countries where it serves over 38 million customers and it employs more than 55,000 employees.
ING's main sustainability impacts are indirect from their financial investments in fossil fuel industry, soy and meat industry, palm oil and pulp industry, and the weapon industry. These industries generate externalities such as biodiversity loss, climate change, and human rights violations. Local communities are impacted the most, but not at all included in ING's stakeholder engagement practices. ING claims to prioritize environmental issues through its materiality approach and sustainable development goals. However, it largely neglects issues on social and human well-being, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and does not aim to improve its stakeholder and community engagement.
ING uses an integrated climate approach as their sustainability strategy, where they want to invest in renewable energy and not in gas and oil fields, for example. This is their way to a path to net zero, as they want to be net zero by 2050. And in the purpose they describe, they want to stay ahead in life and business. However, this is debatable. Some smaller competitors are performing better in doing so than ING is doing. For example, the materiality issues are not sufficiently incorporated in the strategy of ING, and their overall strategies are quite vague. It's hard to trace as the customer or as a client what the actual performance of ING is, and we will come back to that in the reporting and communication part.
Then something about ING's operations. ING wants to play a leading role in the global transition to a low-carbon, climate-resilient economy. Some initiatives ING does to reduce impact on people and environment are using an ESR screening process to manage their operations, be transparent, integrate human rights policy, and several partnerships to make the necessary transition successful. But overall, ING doesn't do it so well despite the good initiatives. They were in the news several times because of greenwashing, and ING has invested in different weapon companies. Also, research concluded that ING scores the lowest in the performance compared to all other Dutch banks, for example, in gender equality and the lack of strict policy with CO2 compensation.
Concerning the reporting and communication of ING, we found that ING communicates in various ways, such as through its global website or country-specific websites, social media platforms, many different forms of reports or rankings, which leads to very scattered information that is difficult to navigate through, potentially even on purpose. We also found that in their reporting, they leave out indirect impacts. They also omit certain direct emissions and do not include benchmarks, which makes it difficult to have a relative interpretation of the impacts they have. They also do not they reflect poorly the 7 guiding principles of integrated reporting, and they take more of an outside-in approach in their reporting, giving stakeholders what they want.
Based on the main findings, we derived the following conclusions and recommendations. First of all, ING is neglecting and insufficiently addressing some of its material impacts. Therefore, we advise them to improve integration of these issues in the business, shift their investment portfolio, and include local communities and stakeholder engagement. Secondly, ING's information is sometimes incomplete, misleading, or vague. Therefore, we advise them to increase transparency, centralize information, develop more short-term targets, and incorporate quality criteria in their reporting. And then lastly, our analysis has shown a strong discrepancy between words and deeds by ING. They are structurally over-promising and under-delivering, and to change that, major changes in the business strategy and culture is likely required.